So happy Thursday, June 11th, everyone. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm super excited to invite my guest, Victoria. Is it Guzman or Guzman? I don't want to pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Guzman.
Guzman. Okay. I know I have a tricky last name too, but Victoria is my guest today to tell you guys a little bit about her. First of all, she's freaking incredible. She's 29. She's originally from Ecuador, but she's currently living and working in Houston, Texas, which is super awesome. She's a licensed professional counselor intern. So she's working on her private licensure and she's going to be fully licensed in 4 weeks. Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's super exciting. In her job, she works with a lot of women, teams, couples, families that are all struggling with mental health issues. So she does a lot of trauma work as well as work with providing immigration evaluations to individuals waiting for their green cards and residency papers, which, wow, that's heavy stuff. She's also an administrator at a private school that works with kids with learning differences and kiddos on the spectrum. She's working on opening her own private practice. So she's a super busy lady. So today she's really going to be talking about isogenics, her journey, her story with everything, and how it's helped provide quality nutrition since she doesn't really have time in a day to make her own meals. So everyone, I would love to introduce you to my love, Victoria.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here because this is so fun. And Candace, I just love you. Like, you're just one of my favorite people. But thank you so much for inviting me today. Yeah, so my story is, I don't know if it's, I want to say a little bit different, but I am, your typical workaholic. Like, I don't know if it's just the career that I like dove into, which is just serving the community and helping other people. But with that, like, comes so many other things that I wanted to like dive into. I was like, I like working with kids and I like working with women, and it just led to a really busy lifestyle. And coming from, like, so I'm Ecuadorian. I was born in Ecuador and I lived overseas for most of my life. And I came to the United States when I was about 15. And I remember that it took a while for my body to get accustomed to the American lifestyle, and like eating at schools, like just the food that was given to me was so different than what I was accustomed overseas. Like in Ecuador, we eat really like farm to table. It's a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, just because they're super plentiful. And I remember here, it took my body a little adjustment to kind of get used to the products that were just available to me. And then I remember, fast forward to going into college, it was a typical, like, I got one of those like meal cards for my dorm, and really all they served was like hot dogs, burgers, pizza. They had a little like salad table, but it really wasn't anything to write home about. So I definitely gained a lot of weight when I went to college, and that definitely took a toll on my self-esteem and my self-confidence. And being somebody who was really busy with studying and working, I just like, there really just was no time in the day for me to go to the gym as often as I wanted, or to cook a quality meal that I probably needed. And so I took the easy way out, right? I ended up eating out a lot. I did, those like, uh, what are those called? Like those little hot pocket things that they're all the rage in college, right? I would just like literally stuff those in my backpack and go to school. And then, now that I'm older, right, now that I am really in a place where I can actually process what's going on in my mind, in my body. Like, when I was in my young 20s, I had no idea what was going on, like, nor did I care. Right? I was just like partying and like doing school and just like living life, right? And I didn't really care about what I was putting into my body to feel good, right? And then once I started working in mental health, once I started, studying, and I got my master's in counseling psychology, we learn a lot about how, your gut is so connected to your brain. It's like it's like a huge highway that goes right from your gut to your brain, right? And everything that you ingest about 80 to 90% of the serotonin that comes to your brain, which are your happy chemicals, things that make you feel good, things that make you feel calm and able to kind of regulate emotions, right? That all comes from what you eat. And if you're putting things in your gut that inflame your brain and not calm it down, right, that's when we get into like struggling with anxiety and depression and mood disorders, right? And so luckily with my studies and with my career, like I was able to kind of learn this, but in a more mental health capacity, right? What I loved about learning about isogenics was that I wasn't ever looking for a solution to like get like super, super fit or like lose weight, but it was something that I knew could benefit my mental health. Having 3 jobs, I was exhausted. Like I was not performing at my ultimate capacity, if that's like what you want to call it, right? I wasn't really there for my clients. I was just kind of like half-assing everything. And it really just wasn't me. And I knew that something had to change. And I was actually introduced to isogenics by Toria Waters. And she is somebody that I didn't know in person, that I followed on Instagram. And she was just somebody that I looked up to. She had this like incredible just vision of life and the way that she interacted with people. And I remember she reached out to me one day and she was like, hey, like, I have this incredible opportunity. You know, you look like somebody that is interested in learning about wellness. And I was like, girl, I am all about wellness. I was like, if I could like just exude like wellness to all my clients, to my family, to my friends, like that's something that I am really, really passionate about. And especially because I work with a lot of women. And a lot of women have a lot of the same, you know, issues in terms of, you know, body confidence and, you know, feeling anxious, feeling depressed about that kind of stuff. Maybe I have clients that are going through like postpartum, right? And going through like being a new mom, right? And going through transitioning jobs. And especially with everything that's going on right now in the world, our anxiety is like at an all-time high, and there's just so much trauma that's being processed, and we need our bodies to be able to handle that, right? And so I loved that I was introduced to isogenics because it really just gave me like mental clarity, right? I think that was the biggest thing for me. Like, it's just something that I added to my life, that every day I woke up and like, I remember the second day I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this legal? I was like, because I've never felt like this in my entire life. The amount of energy, the amount of mental clarity, like I was actually excited to get up in the morning and go to work. I'm Hispanic, so I drink coffee all day long, and I've drank coffee since I was a little girl. And y'all, since I started isogenics about 5 months ago, I have had 0 cups of coffee. No more coffee for me. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so it's just an incredible thing that's really taken a hold of how I feel about what I put inside my body. And it was never about like, I want to look different. It's just like, I want to feel different. And, you know, the fact that I was able to lose weight on top of that and gain muscle and have so much more energy is just like the cherry on top, right? Like, and so I'm just so thankful for this company and for all of the women that are involved, men too. But like, I've just had this incredible support of just new friends and new sisters that have gone through so many different stories and journeys, and we're all able to kind of come together and support each other and lean on each other, good days, bad days, days where we don't see each other at all. Like, I just love this community. And so the isogenics has not just been a nutritional like gift to me, but so much more than that. I mean, I could go on. I could like talk about this for like an hour. So just stop me when you want to.
I love it. I love it. Well, first of all, Victoria, thank you so much for sharing your story. Like, I had never personally even heard that depth of your story. So just hearing that is so exciting, because I feel like when you get into a system, there's so many times that you're like, oh, everyone's doing this to lose weight, or even though we're not even a weight loss company, right? We're just a
Right.
health and wellness company, which is what I think is so crazy too, is that so many times the side effects of this incredible company have been weight loss, mental clarity, so much energy, you fly, you could run across the room, which is beautiful, because if you think of today's day and age, if you do really anything, the side effects of most medications, the side effects of most anything are all negative, and they're creating all these additional like bad things, right? Like, so when you, it's like, oh, take this to relieve your migraines, but don't worry, you'll have diarrhea and brain fog. And you're like, well, I don't, like, what the heck? So that's beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate it so much. And for everyone who doesn't know me, my name is Candace Shingrasso. I have been using this incredible system for the past, 6 months now. I started actually January 7th was the first time I ever put any of these products into my body. I actually started this system very, what's the word, hesitant, because I had tried many products before. For those of you who don't know my story, I have something called polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was diagnosed when I was 16 years old. Basically slapped on a label telling me I would never be able to have children, telling me I would always be overweight. At the time at 16, I was maybe, 80 pounds soaking wet. So I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not overweight. So even starting at that young age, being told that that was my future, it kind of just put this negative label over my head, and this cloud of just like doubt and insecurity. And I mean, we already live in a culture where women are told that they're too much or not enough, right? So adding that on top of everything, it just like, it put me into a really bad mental state. So as I got older, and as stress, the stresses of adulthood and relationships and career and all that stuff started seeping in, my body did start retaining weight. Because quite honestly, that was the subconscious lie I was telling myself over and over and over. So I was kind of manifesting it and didn't even realize it. So if you look on that week 1 picture, that was January 7th. That's when I started. What's crazy is that by week 4, the second image, I had released over 12 pounds of what I call toxic waste, right? That sticky fat that's in the abdominal area and the glutes and the legs and the back fat and the arms, and over 12 inches overall. I did not realize, first of all, you don't know what you don't know, right? And I didn't know that I could feel this good. And I did not remove anything from my diet, meaning while I did this system, I still ate pizza, I still drank wine, I still drank vodka, I still went out to eat, and I did not work out one time. So to see that true nutrition, it's not about what you're removing, it's about what you're adding in, is a huge thing. And then if you look into week 16, that was actually just a few weeks ago. I need to actually take photos again, which I will, since today's our last day of the 11-day shred that we've been doing. But I haven't even stepped on a scale, but you guys, I feel comfortable in a crop top now. That has never happened in my entire life. I feel comfortable in a swimsuit. That has also been a long, hot second since I've allowed myself into 2-piece. And I can just say, I was able to get off all of my medications for my hypothyroidism that was caused from my PCOS, my insulin resistance, which was caused by my PCOS. I have a normal monthly period again, which normally I would never cheer about, but when you've gone months and months and months without a period because your body is just so jacked up, it doesn't know how to properly like operate, it was a huge win for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a woman again. So all I can say is, again, you don't know what you don't know. And I feel as vibrant and as radiant as the freaking rainbow. And I feel like I have so much energy, abundant energy. I know I've always had energy, especially being a 7 on the Enneagram. I am the enthusiast. I want everyone to have fun. But I found myself being so exhausted, so lethargic. By the end of the day, I was like, oh my God, it's exhausting being me. It's exhausting being a human. It's exhausting being a woman and like having a job and coming home and having responsibilities. And then I was like, now, thanks to these amazing products, I am like, let's freaking go. So I want to talk about some of the challenges that we all face and some of the things that we're all going through, not just me, not just Victoria, but every single human right now. So first of all, we are filled with toxicity, right? So we forget that our skin is our body's biggest organ, right? So systematically food is sprayed with chemicals to preserve it. And guess what? When we eat that food, our bodies are also absorbing those chemicals. And I don't have time to eat organic all the time. And even stuff that's organic isn't fully organic, you guys. Our system is so flawed. So the water that we're drinking, first of all, don't ever do research, or maybe if you want to, do research on tap water. It's disgusting. The stuff that they pump into that water, the stuff that they're taking out of that water, the stuff where the water is coming from, it's kind of gross. The things that we're breathing in, I mean, with COVID, we haven't really been out and about as much as possible, but like normally the smog, the everything, like what we're absorbing in our skin, down to like the lotions that we're using, if we're drinking alcohol, to the stresses that we have. So physically, like just whether that be like the stresses of working out, the stresses of emotionally, I mean, right now we're undergoing so much emotional turmoil as a human beings, right? There's so much going on with COVID and the Black Lives Matter movement, and everything is like, there's so many things that are being brought to light with the government, and we're questioning so much. So if you're not stressed right now, please tell me your secret, because I feel like I wake up and I'm like slammed with stress. And financially right now, with so many people being furloughed and so many people losing their job. I mean, today, like I work in the television industry, and one of our top salespeople got fired for no apparent reason. And that makes the rest of us be like, okay, am I next? So all of these stresses are constantly, eating at us. If you think about it too, like one of the biggest reasons for fights in relationships is finances, right? These are all huge stresses. They're like, I think it's like 40 or 60% of the reason why people get a divorce is because they're arguing about finances, which is completely absurd. So another thing is a deficient food system. So if you think about it, our food is nutritionally bankrupt from all the herbicides, the pesticides, the overproduction of food. And that means less abundant of a product and less abundance of the nutrients that we need to be able to move forward. So with that, isogenics really fills in those gaps without you even having to think about it, which is amazing. And then also getting discouraged by slip-ups. This really hits home for me, because how many of you guys have tried to build something before and you didn't really get the support from your friends or your spouse, or maybe you're just going in a different direction in life and you're not relating to the people that you used to, and you realize, I need to change. And because of that, people were like, what's different about you? Why are you changing? You were fine. Well, we're supposed to evolve as human beings. That's what we are. So one thing that I love to say, my motto for this system is progress over perfection. It's not about being perfect. There were days where I would have a really bad day and I would run back to the liquor cabinet and, drink a glass of vodka or something. And because of that, again, you guys saw my transformation photos. It wasn't about what I removed. It was about what I was putting in. But again, the community that you get within this system, it's not just about nutrition and wellness. It's also about the nutrition and wellness of your mind. By having like-minded, positive women and men around you who are rooting for you. Me and Victoria have never met in person, but I swear to God, she's one of my favorite people. She encourages me on a daily basis, and that's just one amazing thing that this system provides. So I want to go over our top 3 products that we just really want to hone in on. There's obviously systems, programs, different things like that, but I want to break down a few of these individually so you can understand why they're so important. So the first one I want to talk about is our Shake Up Your Life. So everyone has to eat, right? So let's eat efficiently and effectively. So first of all, our shakes are so delicious. It only takes 30 seconds to blend it up. So for me, who is a crazy nonstop busy person, the fact that I can just, first of all, take these on the go if I want to, or just put them in a blender, which takes 30 seconds, and then that's my nutrient dense meal, that's insane. First of all, it's super filling. It fills you for hours. You blend it, you're ready, you put it in a hydro flask, you drink it. Or if you can drink it straight out of the blender, that's kind of what I do. But our nutrition system really fills in the gaps of what you're lacking via food. What's amazing too is that we have so many different flavors. We actually came out with a new flavor today, cookies and cream, which I'm so excited for you guys. I'm kind of sad for me. I am super lactose intolerant. My stomach does not allow any type of whey, any type of milk or dairy product whatsoever. So what's also amazing is that our company has realized that not everyone's body is made the same. And we actually have plant-based options and kosher options, which is just insane. So for all of you people who can handle the milk, please let me know how that cookies and cream is, because I will be living vicariously through you. What's also amazing too is that each individual shake is equivalent to 3 fully plated organic meals, and each meal is equivalent to around $3. So when you're talking about how the cost of it, is it effective? $3 a meal for me is absolutely insane. The next thing I want to talk about is our cleanse for life. So nourishing your life. So after we eat, we need to detoxify our bodies, right? So with all the stressors that we talked about earlier, our body needs a little support to flush out those toxins that we hold on to. So with our cleanse for life, what we like to call this is like an oil change for your cells. So it's basically a cell turnover. It's a cellular cleanse. It's not a poopy cleanse. When I hear the word cleanse, I'm like, oh, I need to run to the shitter, but that's not what it is at all. It's actually a urinary cleanse where you're releasing via going pee, for lack of better terms. And it's super smooth. It's super simple. We have so much support. First of all, our company does a weekly cleanse day Wednesday. So what's amazing about that is we can do that worldwide. So worldwide, we're working together to process this. What's also amazing is there are available snack options on your cleanse day. So you're not just drinking the day away. You can actually have isodelight chocolates, collagen bone broth, all those things, which we'll talk about in a second. So it's basically your natural detox system is doing a lot of work, and this cleanse for life is helping it aid in what it missed out on. The last little thing I want to talk about is de-stressing your life. This by far, other than my Bia, is probably one of my most favorite products that we have. So Ionic Supreme, first of all, we talked about everything about all the stressors, right? So we need to eat, we need to detoxify, but we also need to de-stress. We need to find ways to cope with the stress besides baking banana bread, stuffing our face, drinking alcohol. And you guys, I have an oral fixation. I literally thought, if I'm just drinking shakes, how am I supposed to be full? But first of all, they fill you up crazy much. And first of all, we're stressed anyways, right? Second of all, I work in the television industry. Right now, media is being hit harder than ever. Luckily, I'm in the sales and advertising side, so I'm not necessarily on the broadcast journalism side, but we still get hit as though everything's our fault. And that's really hard to process on top of everything else that we're trying to process. So this Ionic Supreme is really just a tonic that I take first thing in the morning. It's the first thing I put in my body to help with stress. First of all, it tastes delicious. It's an adaptogen, so it helps your body adapt to stress. It helps balance you out. So if you're running super high, it brings you lower. If you're running super low, it brings you back up. So it's basically the third pillar of our system. You can truly drink this at any time of the day. I add it to my shakes sometimes. I drink it alone sometimes. It's really up to you. And there are some times when I'm having a really crazy day that I will have this multiple times in a day. And it truly does just mellow me out. So basically what your day would look like. You have your adaptogenic tea, which is going to be your ionics. For breakfast, I always have a shake because if I know how amazing I feel, it's the first thing I want in my body. For lunch, I have another shake. I have a snack, and then I have another shake. Then I have another snack. And then for dinner, you can really eat whatever you want. So it's not like all you're doing is a liquid-based diet. I mean, and when you're eating, you can truly eat whatever you want, right? Like I said, I still ate pizza. I'm Italian, Sicilian, and Greek. I'm never going to give pizza away. And I still, had my glass of wine, different things like that. So you can choose what's best for you based off of what your goals are. Obviously, we would suggest that you are having a fully macronutrient meal that's, consistent of, fruits, vegetables, protein, carbohydrates, all that kind of stuff. And then another one of my favorite things is chocolate. I mean, you get to eat chocolate on this lifestyle, which is amazing. I do want to go over just some of our supporting products so you don't just think that it just shakes. First of all, we have a suite of over 75 plus products, which is really incredible. So the Isodelites are something that I am freaking obsessed with. They're individually packaged chocolates with green tea extract, amino acids, and antioxidants to help satisfy your cravings. So on your cleanse day, I have like 1 to 2 of these a day, and they're literally lifesavers. There's 60 to 70 calories per chocolate. And you guys, they come in so many flavors. So whether you are a milk chocolate girl or a dark chocolate girl like me, then you can choose exactly what you want, which I love. The greens are amazing too. Funny story about the greens. I was kind of nervous to try them because if you mix them with water, they kind of look like pond water. And I was like, what is this? I will not drink this. But you guys, 1 scoop of these greens is equivalent to having 2 full plates of organic veggies, which is basically like our insurance that we get those nutrients that we need, that your body is craving, that your body is lacking and needs, refilled every single day. They're super easy. You just mix them with water, shake them up, drink them. I like mine with lots of ice. Then our e-shots. So first of all, who is guilty of having 5-hour energy shots, Red Bull, anything that you feel like to get you through the day, through that 2 p.m. slump? So here we go. Now you can have a healthy version that is made with naturally sourced plant-based caffeine and adaptogens. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial sweeteners, and there's no artificial flavors. It is plant-based. What's amazing about this is normally when I would drink my 5-hour energies, I would get the jitters. I have not once got the jitters with this. And when you're coming off of the high intense energy, there is no crash, which is also just letting you know that there's no sweeteners in there, right? So the amped line, I'm super excited about. Not only do we have a weight loss line, we also have a performance line. And this performance line I actually just received in the mail, which I'm super excited about because I have not personally tried any of them other than our amped hydrate, which is basically like our version of a healthy Gatorade or organic Gatorade, if you will. But basically the amp line is, we really have something for anyone. So there's some people who start this system who are like, I don't need to lose weight. That's wonderful. If you need to gain muscle, or if they're like you're at a plateau and you're like, I have been working so hard in the gym or in your home gym, since we haven't really been able to go to the gym, and you're like, for some reason I just can't gain, I just can't get the results that I want. It might be that you're not giving your body the nutrient that it needs to be able to grow, to be able to build, to be able to properly repair. So we have everything for you from before, during, and after your workout. That's truly incredible. One of the incredible things that we have is our complete essentials with isogenesis. So this is like our vitamin pack. It comes in an AM and a PM tear pack, and we have them separately for men and women. So it has all of your micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, omega-3s, antioxidants, and special age-defying nutrients, which is one of my favorite things that we have. It basically addresses the root causes of aging and supports healthy aging at the cellular level. So I've talked to so many people and they're like, Candace, it's fine. Like I'm getting my vitamins from Target. And all I have to say is, if you're getting your vitamins from Target, you're getting your vitamins from Target. We'll just say you get what you pay for, right? Okay, I'll let you translate that as you wish. And then the other two, the natural accelerator and the IsoFlush. The accelerator basically helps boost your metabolism and burn your fat. It's stimulant free, so you're not getting jitters. I know anytime that I've had a metabolism booster, I have felt super itchy. I felt like I need to just get out of my clothes, out of my skin, but this one does not have that, and I have a very sensitive system. Also, the IsoFlush, it aids with digestion and it helps you with irregularity and becoming regular, but it's not a harsh laxative. So again, you're not like, oh my God, where's the toilet? So I want to go over quickly some frequently asked questions, just in case these are some things that you may have in your mind. Do you eat real food? Will I stay full? First of all, yes. Like we showed you before, and what an average day looks like, you'll definitely eat real food. I stay full on the shakes for hours, and like I said, I thought that I was going to have an issue by drinking a shake, and I realized that it was really just a mental block, that I felt like if I wasn't chewing, I wasn't becoming full. And that was an amazing breakthrough that I was able to create within myself because of this system. So oftentimes I've even had to like force myself to eat again, more so than being like, oh my God, I'm starving, which is kind of crazy to think about. What does the cleanse day look like? So first of all, it's super simple. Like I said, it's not like an, oh shit, where's the toilet cleanse? It's just an oil change again for your cells. So what that looks like is whoever has gotten you on the call can kind of explain this a little bit more, but you get like a point system where we're really just like giving your digestive system a break. And what that looks like is super simple. You're going to have your cleanse for life 4 times a day, and you're going to have your snacks intermittently throughout the day as well. We do them for 24-hour increments and sometimes 48-hour increments. Right now, we've been doing a few 48-hour increments because when you're truly doing this, you're boosting your immune system so much. It helps with boosting your immune system. So what do I eat for dinner? So again, you can eat whatever you want. Obviously, we're going to suggest something healthy with balance and nutrients. But again, I ate pizza and drank vodka and still got results. So there you go. So what if I don't need to lose weight? So like I said, this system's truly for everyone. We've had people like me who have lost I mean, I think now if I were to get on a scale, I think I've released over 30 something pounds, which is really insane. I did not realize I had that much to lose, but I'm like, heck yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going because I feel so good. But we also have amazing people like Victoria, where she didn't necessarily join to lose. She wanted to get attached of that, the health and the wellness and the mental clarity that she received. And then we have people like Toria who didn't need to lose anything at all. And that's the person that was enrolling Victoria that she was talking about. And quite honestly, with this, she's been able to put on muscle that she felt like she was at a plateau. So we really have a system for everyone. And talk to the person that got you on this call to discuss what your personal goals are, and then we can build it out for you from there. I'm on the go all the time. I might be too busy. Well, okay, if you're too busy, first of all, we need to talk about something like that, because if you're too busy to make a meal in 30 seconds, then you might need to rethink your life, because you do need to eat for fuel, right? You need to have food in your body. You need to have nutrients. You can't be like that girl on The Devil Wears Prada, where every time she gets hungry, she eats a square of cheese to make sure she doesn't pass out. We can't have that, okay? So what do you add to the shake? So I'll let you guys know, in my first 30 days, I didn't add anything other than ice and water, because I wanted to really let the system do its job. Now that I've been on the system for over 5 months and I'm more in a maintaining state, now I add a banana, I add frozen fruit, I add peanut butter, I add honey, I add some coffee grounds. I literally add whatever it is I feel like. So you can make this to make it, for me, they taste amazing by themselves, but obviously everyone has a different palate. So you do you, boo-boo. Do I have to do this forever? So I'm going to say this short, sweet, and to the point. If you find something that makes you feel like the sun, why would you ever stop? Secondly, what if my husband, boyfriend wants to do it? So I'll let you know 99.9% of the time this will happen. It happens almost every single time. They see how amazing you're doing. They see that they're getting their wife or their girlfriend back. They see that you have energy to conquer the world. They see that you are not as irritable and all that kind of stuff again. And they're going to be like, okay, what the heck is going on? Let me in on this. So they, majority of the time, will open up their own accounts. And what's amazing, they're not selling your product, and then you can enroll them under you and make money off of them, which is so exciting. So do I have to work out? You do not have to work out. Honestly, like I said, I didn't work out once. And I think if I look back on my time being, I have worked out maybe one time, and it was on our last 11-day challenge, and I thought I was going to die. I'll go on walks with my dog, but working out is just not my thing. If it is for you, that's amazing. But it isn't for me, which is okay, because I mean, you guys saw, I still got incredible results. So one day I will fix this relationship with the gym, and I will be going, and it will be wonderful, and I will have a 6-pack ab. I am manifesting it right now. So is it expensive? So curiously, my question would be, is what is expensive to you? Because if you see the value in this highly nutritional $3 meal versus the mystery meat of a $7 meal that you might run through the drive-thru to get real quick, then no, it's not expensive at all. But if you value your present and your future health more than you value your current craving, it's the most inexpensive thing that you could ever do. I like to call this $1 million transformation, basically. Because, I mean, if you think about how much you would spend on liposuction versus how much I spend on fueling my body, getting more incredible results, not having to go through the pain, heck yeah, sign me up 3 times. So what if I don't like it? First of all, I don't know that I've ever met anyone who didn't like it. And if I did, then I'd be like, you know what? That's cool. There's a guaranteed money back guarantee. So there's literally no risk here. So when I first found out about this, honestly, in my mind, my subconscious was like, girl, do the thing. And then in 30 days, let's send these canister back and we just ate for free. Because it's expensive to live in West Palm, y'all. I'm not even kidding. So I was thinking, yes, I'm about to eat for free. I'm about to send it back. And then when I knew how amazing I felt in my results, I was like, dang it, I need more. It was like I became a fiend. So another question a lot of people say is, do I have to sell this stuff? Because there is opportunity for you to sell this stuff and create a side hustle income or a full-time income if that's something that you want. But no, you don't have to. Actually, over 70 to 80% of the people who utilize our products do not sell it at all. They are just product users, and that's totally okay. So what I'd love to do is I'm now going to let Victoria explain how you can grab 2 friends though, and you can eat for free.
Thanks. So, like I mentioned previously, I've been on the system since February, so about 5 months now. And when I got started on the value pack, which is like the big pack that you get. It has literally everything that you could ever want. Because I was like, I'm the type of like, I'm either gonna go big or I'm just not gonna do it at all. Like I'm either gonna put all my money where my mouth is and really concentrate on this goal and what I want to do. Otherwise, I'm just really not committing myself. And it's just like a cop out for me. So I was like, I'm going to do the full value pack. Because I was able to refer 2 friends, I have now been eating free for the last 4 months and I'll show you how it all trickles down. So I paid for my pack one time, and because I was just able to share my story and share my results, the company is so gracious and they have rewarded me for that. And I have been having free meals for 4 months. That's insane. That is absolutely just ridiculous to me. I've never eaten for free for that long. So I'll start a little bit off, and let's pretend that, the beautiful blonde on the screen is me. Actually, I was blonde for a while. So let's pretend that this is me, right? So I start with like the value pack, and I mean, you can start out really any system, but I would recommend going the full route because you have a money back guarantee anyway, so you're not really losing anything. And if you really want to go full in on your goals and really see the system work, that's what I would recommend. But depending on your budget, depending on your goals, right, that can be flexible, right? So so I got started on the value pack. So let's say that I got that, and then I go on and I share with my friend Bob, right? He's like, I love your results. What are you doing? You have so much energy, right? You're really kicking butt at the gym if you're going, right? And so I share my story with him, and he gets signed up on the same value pack that I got. So because I do that, the company rewards me by giving me $100, which is awesome. I could do a lot with $100, right? That's, at least right now, that's gas for like a month, at least for me, right? Then let's say I share it with another friend, right? Let's say that I share it with Susie, right? And she gets the same thing, right? She gets the value pack because she wants to be at her optimum health. Maybe she's a mom, maybe she has kids that she has to take care of and she needs that energy and she doesn't have time to cook organic meals for everybody all day long. And who has the time to do that? So because I share with her, the company gives me another $100, right? So that means I get $200 just to share with 2 friends, which is awesome. I mean, we could do a lot with $200, right? And let's say that I share those products with those 2 friends in the same week, right? Then the company is amazing and it doubles my gift, right? So not only am I making $200, now I'm making $400 in 1 week, which is basically the cost of my value pack. So I'm almost there to just have paid everything off already, right? And within that time, if you're like, literally within that week, you'll start to feel different. You'll start to notice those differences, and people will start to wonder what you're doing, right? So at that end of that first week, you can make up to 400 bucks. Right. Then if you do that within a certain amount of time frame, the company is like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. So we're going to bump you up to what we call consultant. And with that, you get an extra bonus of 100 bucks. So within that time frame, you could have literally just gotten all your money back, paid for your entire pack. If you're not too conscious about that budget and you're like, hey, I have an extra 400 bucks. For me, that's my car bill, right? That takes care of my car for the entire month, and I don't have to worry about anything like that, right? Or it may be a health bill that I have to worry about, right? Or maybe I am taking care of kids and I have to pay for clothes, right? So there's so many things that you can use this money for if you know how to allocate it well, right? And then let's say that Bob loves his transformation, right? He shares it with his brother and he shares it with his girlfriend, right? They both get on the same packs because they love how everybody's feeling. And let me tell you, when you, if you are married or if you have a partner or if you have a roommate, I guarantee you, they will eat your snacks. They will eat your food. So you might want to just help them get on a pack of their own so that they have, the same valuable nutrition that you have. If you're feeling good and you're the only one in your household that's feeling good, like that's no fun, right? You want everybody to feel good, right? So I guarantee you, your friends and your family will start stealing your snacks. So it's good to share, right? Once Bob is able to share with those two people, right, he gets 100 bucks, right? And so he makes money, and then I make some money too, right? It's awesome. It's like a little gift for just sharing, your experience, for sharing your struggles, sharing your wins, just being a human, just having that community, right? And then let's say that Susie shares with two friends, right? Then I get another 100 bucks, which makes me at 700 bucks total, right? Because Bob and Susie now have shared with two people, they've officially become what we call consultants, right? So they start to make money, right? And because if I do this and then in a span of like 60 days, the company is like, man, you are busting butt, right? So we're going to give you an extra 250. Right? Imagine within the span of 60 days being able to make almost $1,000 just by literally eating and then saying like, hey, this is what I've eaten today. And like, this is how I'm feeling today. Look, and how can I help you? Right? Just by creating those community connections and creating those relationships, right? You can do a lot with $950, almost $1,000, right? That's a huge bill that you need to pay. That could be part of your mortgage, right? That could be putting into your kids' savings, whatever it is that you need that money for, right? Like an extra $1,000 a month really is a lot, especially in our climate right now, right? Right now, people are out of work. People have no idea how to look for jobs because the jobs that are available perhaps don't coincide with what they're able to do or with their family lifestyle. But this is a way to be able to eat well, feel good about yourself, eventually possibly eat for free, and then help anybody and everybody feel as good as you feel, right? And so, I mean, it's really just a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win for everybody. There's really no downside to this system, to this company. And like I mentioned, right, it's not necessarily a company that you get into for like weight loss or to, there's not just one specific goal. And, this little thing that I just talked about is one of like 8 ways that you can get paid through our company. So it's really just a matter of like looking at what your goal is, seeing like how this company can benefit you, right? Like Candace said, if you're just a product user, that's amazing, right? You're gonna feel incredible, and it will change your life. It really, really will. So I'm just so passionate about this company just because it's been able to help me so much. So I'll give you guys a little bit of input. I have family back in Ecuador, and with being able to be with this company, I was able to help like send money to my family. And so that took off so much stress from living in a third world country, right? Like, and it helped me just feel so good that I was able to do something for my family that they really can't do themselves. So for me, it was just a blessing to be able to help my family in a way that when without even really trying, right? And so if you have stories like that, if you have situations like that, you know, this is a wonderful company to look into to open up some doors of ways to help other people that you didn't even know existed. So I'm really grateful. And so let's talk a little bit about the two packs that you could get. So the one on the left is like the basic pack, right? Like I called it like the bare bones. It has your shakes, it has like a few snacks in here and there, it has your ionics and your cleanse for life. Then the one on the bottom right is the value pack. I always recommend the value pack because I guarantee you, if you get the basic pack, you're going to end up buying stuff from the value pack anyway, right? And that's what I noticed is like, even though, trust me, even though I had the value pack, like I ended up wanting more snacks, more cleanse for lives, more ionics. I just wanted more because it makes you feel so good. So that's what I recommend. You know, in the value pack, you get your e-shot, right? We have lots of different flavors of like protein bars. Those protein bars are insane. Like those are like a meal in and of itself. Sometimes I can't even finish a whole one, right? And yeah, they're so yummy. They have so many different flavors. There's plant-based. They're like, one of my favorite ones is like the lemon flavored one. Oof, it's so good. But with the value pack, you do get like free things. You get a free blender, you get free coupons, you get free invites to events. And so, I mean, I love free things, right? So anytime that I can get anything for free, I'm all in, right? The value pack has your greens, which is amazing. It has your cleanse for life. It has your snacks. It has your isodelites. Like Candace said, I'm obsessed with the isodelites. I think I order like 2 or 3 boxes, no joke, a month, because they do go that fast. So it has your ISOFlush, it has your accelerators, it has your vitamins. It really has everything that you really need to really put this system to work, right? If you're like, okay, I really want to see results, I really want to see changes, then that would be the pack that I recommend. So it's really amazing, right? And the fact that you can get it back for free, I think it's just even a bigger plus.
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, like Mariah was saying, there was a buy 3 get 3 free, so she bought 6 boxes of chocolate. I remember her calling me and being like, "What flavors are you getting? These are the flavors I'm gonna get." And I was like, "Yes, queen, let's go." Well, again, ladies, I just want to say thank you all for joining in on the call. If you have any questions or if you want to talk about your personal goals, feel free to reach out to Victoria or myself or anyone that has either sent you this recorded or invited you on the call. I just want you to know you don't have to be stuck where you are right now. If you're in a place that you're miserable, you're unhappy, that's not where you have to be forever. And sometimes when you're stuck there and you're down in the dumps, you don't feel like there's a way out, but know that there is. Know that you have a huge community of women who don't even know you, but are freaking cheering you on every single day, because we are all badass bitches who just want to grow in every aspect of life. So I love you all. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day.